Hey TTI family, buckle up because today we're hanging out with Kyla and Lou, a seriously talented duo who decided that buying a regular camper van just wasn't exciting enough. Nope, they went straight for the big leagues, a 1,988 Mercedes-Benz Unimog, and turned it into a full-time, off-grid adventure machine. Inside this beast, nothing is standard. The walls aren't straight, the roofline curves, and the corners? Well, let's just say you won't find them in any IKEA catalog. So Lou got creative, reinforcing frames and supports with strong aluminum profiles and hardwood cleats to make sure everything could survive life on the road. The transformation didn't happen overnight. Lou kicked things off with some major structural changes, the kind that turned cool idea into, yep, this is happening. One of the first big upgrades? A crawl-through from the cab into the camper box. Because who wants to hop out into the rain just to grab a snack? He custom-cut aluminum frames, painted them in a sleek copper finish, and sealed everything with industrial-grade automotive sealant to keep out dust, water, and whatever else Mother Nature throws their way. Now, if you've never seen a Unimog before, think military-grade truck meets apocalypse survival rig. This beast was originally built for the Army, so it's got a torque-heavy diesel engine, portal axles for insane ground clearance, and a chassis so tough it could probably survive an asteroid impact. And thanks to its roomy cab and simple bulletproof mechanics, it's the perfect blank canvas for a camper conversion, especially if your goal is to conquer New Zealand's wild terrain in style. Next came the floor. And in a build like this, the floor isn't just the thing you walk on, it's the foundation for literally everything else. Lou went with plywood for its perfect balance of strength and lightness. He measured, cut, bonded, and screwed each piece into a solid substructure, leaving space for hidden wiring and future upgrades. To keep moisture at bay and mold far, far away, he sealed it all with a protective undercoat. Ventilation got a major upgrade too, with a 12-volt roof-mounted extractor fan running off their solar and battery bank. Of course, going off-grid means you can't just plug in anywhere. So they built their electrical system around a 12-volt DC network for efficiency, paired with rooftop solar panels mounted discreetly on a custom rack. Every inch of this build is about smart storage, modular components, and squeezing the most out of every cubic centimeter. Then it was time to tackle the plumbing, a task that usually sparks fear in the hearts of DIYers. Not for Lou. He plumbed in the kitchen sink with a waste trap, connected mixer taps, and hooked everything up using 12mm Caravan quick connectors. And its gray water is routed neatly outside through a 34mm flexible pipe. Even the shower plumbing got the custom treatment, with Lou adapting parts from toilet systems to fit his setup. Everything was tucked away, so you don't see a single ugly pipe when you step inside.
Rolling nicely. Trim them down to those which are magnets. Yeah, make sure it's not square. Run across there, hold there, hold place. So this requires a little bit of adjustment. Drilled. I always start with the smaller screws and then I'll put the bigger one later. You actually get a middle plate on there and then you can attach it to the middle plate, which first attempt. No, just out the light entry. So we have another one down there, a covered front.
By the end, what started as a rugged old military truck had been transformed into a rolling, self-sufficient home, ready to take Kyla and Lou absolutely anywhere. And trust me, this is one project you'll want to watch from start to finish. Forget flat-pack furniture. Lou didn't just buy cabinets, shelves, and counters. He built every single piece to perfectly match the truck's quirky curves and unconventional angles.
Each of them work pretty well. What we're doing here now is just putting our shelves and racks in, depending on what we're going to put in each one.
Every inch of this space is functional, and because the Unimog moves, everything has to be locked down tight. No loose furniture, no rattling drawers, everything is built in, with locking mechanisms to keep gear from flying across the cabin on bumpy tracks. Cabinet fronts were kept sleek and simple, some with push-to-open latches, others with classic knobs for that tactile touch. Overhead storage follows the slope of the roof, tapering with the walls so you can stand up without bumping your head. Once all the structure was in place, Lou hit the surfaces with a high-adhesion primer to seal everything up. Then Kyla came in with the top coat, using foam rollers and fine brushes for a flawless finish. They picked a durable enamel or urethane paint in soft, muted tones to tie the military exterior to the natural materials inside. For the kitchen, Lou handpicked solid timber boards, maybe Tasmanian oak, maybe pine, and joined them with precision. He treated the countertop with layer after layer of Dana teak oil, letting each coat soak in and seal the wood. The result is a warm, matte finish that can handle hot pans, spilled coffee, and life on the road without losing its charm. Lighting was all about efficiency and atmosphere. LED strips were tucked into ceiling edges and hidden behind diffuser panels for a soft, even glow. Even the roof rack got special attention. Lightweight steel tubing with gas struts for easy lifting, plus welded brackets to keep it rock solid on the move. One of the last big touches was sealing the crawl-through with a bonded aluminum frame and flexible accordion boot. Lou used clamps, wood blocks, and a perfectly level base to get a tight, even bond. Meanwhile, Kyla and Lou began building one of the coolest features in the entire truck, a bed that raises and lowers with the push of a button. Because in a tiny home on wheels, vertical space is pure gold. Under the bed platform, they didn't waste a single centimeter. There's recessed lighting, extra support framing, and cleverly hidden cable channels. And because mold in a tiny, off-grid camper is the last thing you want, Lou added a breathable plastic mesh layer under the mattress. This boosts airflow, meaning no giant ventilation gaps were needed. By this point, the project was nearly complete, and when they finally revealed the inside, it didn't just look like a camper. It felt like a designer micro-apartment hidden inside a rugged expedition truck. A perfect mix of comfort, style, and unstoppable capability. Even the water tanks are clever, mounted between the truck's crossmembers in modular sizes that can be swapped or replaced with almost zero downtime. And that wall opposite the crawl-through? Originally just dead space. Now it's been completely reframed in aluminum, covered with carpeted plywood, and turned into a modular utility wall that's as functional as it is good-looking. But this build isn't just about the inside. On the outside, Lou and Kyla engineered all kinds of foldable, detachable, and multi-purpose add-ons. Now, remember, the original Unimog was built as a no-frills military hauler. That meant zero insulation, bare metal, and not much thought given to comfort. So Lou started lining every panel with butyl rubber sound-deadening sheets, topped with reflective aluminum foil to cut vibrations. For quick access between the cab and the living quarters, Lou cut in a crawl-through portal, reinforcing it with a welded aluminum frame and sealing it tight against the elements. By hiding wooden core inserts inside the aluminum, they could secure screws without any visible hardware. Once that was done, it was time for the seriously messy part, stripping away decades of grime, sticky residue, and gunk before sanding the metal to perfection. The painting stage was a big one. They went all in with Raptor Paint, a super tough, UV-resistant, textured coating that's basically armor for vehicles. The color scheme is a bold two-tone, black for the lower trim and bars, and a custom sage green for the body and cab. It took 28 liters of paint, total 16 liters of green, 12 liters of black applied in 2 coats for maximum durability. Once the paint cured, Lou carefully removed the masking, lowered the cab using his custom frame system, and stepped back to admire that fresh, rugged look, matte sage green body with sharp black accents. From the reinforced crawl-through to the hardwood countertop, from the retractable toilet doors to the balcony deck, every inch of this truck screams craftsmanship. It's not just a camper. It's a fully self-sufficient rolling home that reflects Kyla and Lou's passion, patience, and pure determination. And now, with the keys in the ignition, they're not just hitting the road, they're driving a legacy they built with their own hands.